Some adventures contain multiple adventures inside of them, like a layer cake. And when you slice into the cake, the layers reveal themselves. Also like a Russian doll. This trip was one of these. Getting to the trailhead is sometimes an adventure in itself. There's a metaphor about life in there, I think.
Okay, so I'm coming up the road here, and I'm faced with a small roadblock. I hope we can get by it because there's a little bit of room on the right. It's narrow, and then it drops off really steeply into that raging creek down below, about 50 feet down that embankment. So I'm gonna clean up the branches on this tree so that I can try and squeeze by. Hopefully it all goes swimmingly. Not in the creek, that is. I only have this mini saw. So just this saw. I left my chainsaw at home today. That was probably a mistake. We barely squeezed by there. I am so thankful I have a narrow truck because it caught the edge of the log and just kind of spun and pivoted a little bit, turned around it like on a dime. That right there is a perfect example of why you bring a chainsaw with you up remote logging roads. And we don't know what else we're gonna encounter yet on the road in front of me. A rock slide. All right, we made it through. Let's hope that when I come back down, the whole road hasn't washed out and I'm stranded up this FSR. Let's hope that doesn't happen, because that actually went pretty smoothly. Now we carry on.
That's it, folks. That's the end of the road for me. Okay, I'm gonna have some Grimm's all beef sizzling smoky wraps with pickles and cheese and ketchup. That's gonna be my dinner tonight. We lost one. Oh no. It's crispy on one side due to the cooking nature of this camp stove. We got a one side crispy wrap. Boy, I'll say, that ain't bad.
Good evening. Fried enough to eat today?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, that's great. Would you care for ham or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
That's a real nice view. That's a nice view, babe. This is a really nice meadow out here in front of the Soul Mountain Lodge, and it was chilly last night because the snow refroze, and that's good for me because that means I'm not sinking into the snow with each step, and I know it'll be soft later, and it's a gorgeous morning. Not a cloud in the pure blue sky. Love it. Bear prints right here. You see that? You smell that? A bear came through this meadow recently. I am close to Caribou Pass now. And I'm kind of navigating this micro terrain of gullies and rocky bluffs. And I have to say, the further I get past the area around the lodge, the more and more empty and wild this place feels. Wow, that's nice. That was worth the side trip to come see Caribou Pass right there. That view and that reflection. Wow-wee. I think there's an arch over there. Does that look like an arch to you? Just a little one. You are a little baby and a mother.
There's a couple ski lines there. Little chutes under the summit. Wowee. Incredible. Incredible. I made it to the South Ridge, and yes, the slope coming up, the steep snow slope, was pretty steep. It's good to have an axe for that one when it's snowy, because a fall you could slide for quite a while, and an axe would be useful to self-arrest. I can see all the way to Nakusp. Upper Arrow Lake. Far over there, the mountains get flat. That's the Okanagan. Wow. So this is Mount Fosthall, the highest peak in Monashee Provincial Park. It's at 2,686 meters, and that is 8,812 feet, and maybe even a little bit higher today because I was standing on top of a big snowdrift. There's views all around. The views to the north are quite spectacular. Over to the Gold Range. It is really a good day for it. It's not super windy. It is warm in the sun, but the air temperature is still cool, so keeps you cool while your body's working hard climbing. And the snow was rigid on the way up, so it was fast travel and not sinking into the snow. But it sure is nice up here. I've earned my Reese's Big Cups as a snack. Time for some sugar because I am quite peckish. I was a little bit slow coming up here. It took me 5 hours roughly, but I did stop several times to take shots. Couple breaks, detour over to see Caribou Pass. Hopefully going down is a lot quicker. Maybe I'll glissade some snow slopes. I saw a couple of mountain goats high above me. They were in this really steep cliff, and I think it was a mother and looked like a young goat. What do you call young goats? A kid. There was a young kid with a mother goat, it looked like. So far on this trip I've seen a mother moose, 2 babies. I've seen a mother goat and a baby, and I've seen multiple black bears. That's just a selection of the animals in the Monashees. And ever since I came down from the summit, it's been overcast. We've had some clouds casting shadows all over here, so it's been nice. I haven't been getting microwaved from all angles from the snow. It's while I'm heading back, so it's nice and cool. It's fabulous out here. So there it is, Mount Fosthall. Sorry, Fosthall. I don't know why I keep confusing it with Frosthall. It makes me think of the frozen hallways of Frosthall, of the Ice King. Its name is actually Fosthall. And it felt like a very big day. That was a lot of walking, covering a lot of distance over snowy terrain, and then the end was just up, up, up. A lot of climbing to get to the summit. Wonderful day to be out here in the backcountry. Stoked to enjoy it with my dog. Every day out in the wilderness is a day not wasted. So see you in the next adventure.